The number 5 coach of the year candidate for our guy, Jay Croucher, was the Green Bay Packers coach. We've already talked about him, Matt LaFleur. But you looked a little bit, we had to, right? I mean, we had to look at this game. If you do your notebook session and don't look at the Packers offense and how they have changed and what they have done here,
exactly.
We're not doing our job.
Right.
We're not living up to the standard that we have set here on the Chris Simms Unbuttoned podcast.
Right.
And so you called this team, in quote, a wide-open smash-mouth football team.
Yeah.
For the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
I do like that. So we're going to go inside the numbers with this, powered by AWS, as we take a closer look at Matt LaFleur, what he has done, and what this offense is turning into. These are next-gen stats. Jordan Love's passing chart. According to next-gen stats, he generated a career high plus 14.7 EPA, that's expected points added, on his dropbacks in the Packers' victory over the Chiefs. Love's threw for over 100 yards off of play action for the third straight game. Leads all quarterbacks with 378 yards off of play action since week number 11. So there's a lot of things going on there.
Right.
He is playing above average quarterback now. At least he did in the last game over the Chiefs. And so a wide open smash mouth football team, a transformation of this Packers offense is what you've seen.
A transformation. I mean, I should read my quote right at the end. Should I read it now?
Is this? Yeah. Can we see it, P, here?
Oh,
okay.
It's on there.
Yeah,
all right, good.
Let's do it. We'll go inside the notebook, brought to you by no one yet. We're still working on that.
But, if you see here in the bottom one, I wrote, the Packers do everything. I mean, even on plays the Chiefs D won or wins, you were like, good thing that guy got pressure, or that could have been a big play for the Packers, right? They have so many schemes and motions and everything they throw at you. And I just wrote, the Packers went from training wheels to crotch rocket. We're doing wheelies, down the highway in a month's span, right? It was literally like they were pedaling and it was like, ding, ding. We had like a little, the little bell on the handle, ding, ding. We're going 3 miles per hour. And now they're like, and they're flying down the highway 150 miles per hour on the back wheel. I mean, it's incredible what their offense over a month. I think the Chargers game was the jump-off point. It had started a little before then. I think that gave him the confidence to go, okay, let's start unveiling it. He had a little success. He played good in that game. We think he's ready. And, of course, that continued to Thanksgiving and then, of course, the last night. But every time I watch the Packers, I feel like they do more and more. More concepts, formations, way more movement and motions compared to earlier in the season, right? I'm sure their numbers are not the same as the 49ers, the Colts, or the Dolphins in totality. I would bet you they are the last 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, they have plays where there's motion twice on the same play, 3 times. It's like, wait, the receiver goes from here to there. Then they motion the tight end from there to over there. And then the receiver who moved from there to there, he goes back to the other spot really fast. They say set hut. They're amazing at doing that. They really are. The offense is a lot like Shanahan and McDaniel. Not as creative as Shanahan with all the movement, not as wide open as the Dolphins and McDaniel, but based through the run game like Shanahan. And of course, I said McDaniel is more through the quick passes, right? One of my favorite offenses to watch in football over the last month. 49ers, Dolphins, Colts, Lions, Texans, Vikings. I think those will be my favorite offenses to watch. I mean, it's hard, as I went through it, it was hard not to look at it and go, man, what would have Aaron Rodgers looked like in this offense? I had that thought many times watching it the last 2 weeks going, man, he just wanted to line up and run slants and do that.
He wouldn't have allowed it.
Whoa, he could have done all this. But it's a great blend of cool, get on the plays with what you just talked about, aggressive play action passes and smash mouth up the middle, right? So, I mean, the reverses and sweeps are part of their game plan every week right now. They got wide receiver screens they get out there. They'll throw the thing we saw the 49ers do with Deebo Samuel, a toss sweep, or it's like a lateral pass out in the edge. Let's get him out in the edge. And there's lead block. It's not like it's just like, hey, you're in space, now make something happen. They're getting out in the edge, whether it's the reverse, the little, toss sweep, or even the little wide flare by the running back, and there's blockers in front of them. So you're going, yeah, this is a space play, but there's 2 guys in front of them ready to knock your head off, right? So it's not like it's like, oh, this is, two-hand touch football. They're bringing it that way. Let alone they stay patient with trying to run the ball up the middle. Their O-line's getting better at run blocking because they're an amazing pass blocking group, but better run blocking. And with this game going on, they had the Chiefs. As I was amazed with the 49ers going, I've never seen an O-line do this to the 49ers D-line and pass protection. I, in this game, was equally as going, I've never seen the Chiefs defense have their head spinning quite to the same capacity they had in this game, where they were like, wait, check this, oh, check that, oh no, check back to this, check. I mean, they were all over the place, and it caused some confusion, which you don't see a whole lot in that Chiefs defense.
So let me ask you there, then, because that's interesting. Was this a Packers problem that the Chiefs defense had in this game, or are there signs of regression?
I think it is a little bit of a Packers problem. The Packers are talented, right? You've heard me say that is one of the reasons I picked them to win the NFC North before the year. So their talent poses some problems. I think Spags in this one little got into, I don't know what the we're going to do, so I'm going to be a little more conservative. And to that, what I always like about Spags, when these offenses do everything, he says, I'm going to blitz this guy here, and you think this is going to be cute, you're going to fake to this guy, and now you're going to sit back there for 4 seconds and people down the field. We're going to send a blitz that you didn't prepare for, and it's kind of crazy, but it's going to ruin everything you want to do. I felt like he missed that, and like that tactical chance blitz, that gamble that we talk about that I love, that you have to do some against some of these really good offenses. I felt like that was a little bit of the difference in this game. And two, hey, they got some injuries on the defensive side of the ball. And they were just outplayed. They were outplayed. They were out physical. And as you saw in my notes, there wasn't one standout on the Chiefs defense the whole game except for 95. I mean, Chris Jones was literally the only guy the whole game where I went, oh, hey, there he is. Oh, man, that was a play. Who was that? Oh, that was Chris Jones. Oh, man, somebody got pressure on Love. Who was that? Oh, it was Chris Jones again. I mean, so it was an underwhelming performance schematically and from the players on the football field.
And that was Inside the Numbers, powered by AWS. Packers got a Monday Night Football game. Who do they have in this one? They got
the G-Men.
They got the
My
Giants.
family's
in
actually
this one.
asking me to go to the game. They're like, my son is going, can we go to the game?
You went to a Monday night game last year.
I know. And I don't have to work Tuesday morning, so it makes it tempting. There is another game on during that game this week. There's
that's
two
right.
Monday
There's
nights.
the two games.
Which is a little so.
And your
we'll
reluctance is that, do you really want to see the Giants get beat again 2 years in a row in person? I mean,
we come out fighting. We're the G-men. We're not laying down for anything, all right? They're coming here. They better be ready. They better not be looking ahead in the schedule. That's what I'll say to that. But back to the Packers, just a few more things real quick. They have patience with the run game. We talked about that. Love throwing it great, right? And he is really good in the pocket. He's aggressive with his decisions, and he knows where his outlets are. And let me just say, he's fearless in the pocket. That's what I love about him. He doesn't blink when people are around him. In fact, at times where you're like, damn, you're a little too casual. They're about to strip sack you here. Can you hurry it up a little bit? And he don't care. So that's where they're kind of dangerous. He allows things to open up down the field. He ain't looking to be checked down Charlie, right? And I think that's his ability to throw off his back foot. He made a number of those again in this game where you just go, it's phenomenal stuff. It really is. But it's the reverses, the speed sweeps, the throwing the ball down the field, and the Packers do everything. And I really like watching them, and they're going to be something to watch here down the stretch. They really are, because of that talent we talked about on both sides of the football. Last thing I wanted to get to, because I was very critical on Gutekunst and how he handled the Rodgers situation, the GM for the Packers, Brian Gutekunst. I do got to give him credit, a lot of credit. One, hey, I didn't love how he did the Rodgers thing. I understand that. And I understand it wasn't him and the organization all the way too. I know Rodgers, and we know, can be a little a handful. But, he deserves a lot of credit for the talent they have in their football team. I mean, they've drafted phenomenal. I mean, there was parts of the game the other night where you go, man, everybody in their front sevens in year 1 or 2, and they're all damn good and only getting better. So, it's incredible. they are stacked on both sides of the ball, and I just wanted to give Gutekunst a little credit for that.
For sure. He gets credit. Matt LaFleur, hopefully he gets a little bit more credit for the job that he's done, not just this year, but the previous years.
Yo, what up, homies? Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe to Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Right now, we got Sunday pod, right? So you can have it Monday morning. We recap all the action. Wednesday, it's the What the Happened podcast. We're going to get deep in the weeds on the key matchups of the week. And then Thursday, I'm picking games with that jerk Floria. So you know where to find us, homies. Keep watching. Peace out. We'll see you.